Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox, and this is massive, massive news. Freeman and Yousaf and Gene Freeman are going to be ordered to explain the use of DNRs and asked about the forged signatures at the COVID inquiry. This has never happened before. They're not just being asked to come and give evidence, they're being ordered to explain the use. I don't know if they can come up with excuses quick enough, but this is the one that will nail them, and it will nail both of them, and probably bring Nippy in as well. This is a massive step, and I don't think they're going to be able to talk their way out of it, because medically they should never have done this. The blanket use of DNRs was wrong. This, of course, is all thanks to the work done by our dear friend, wonderful, wonderful Leslie Roberts. She's the one who's been raising the issue of this, and it's finally coming home to roost. So, Leslie, if you're watching, tip hat, I will contact you. See if we can get you on for a quick Zoom some point in the next few days. But this, we'll go in straight away and have a look. It is mind-blowing. Here goes. So, Freeman and Yousaf and Gene Freeman are ordered to explain the widespread use of do not resuscitate orders during the pandemic. Two former SNP health secretaries are expected to be questioned under oath about the use of do not resuscitate orders in Scotland after bombshell allegations of forged signatures and blanket use. Let them all die, basically. We don't need them. Bang, bang, bang. This is absolute stunning news. This is the biggest step so far in this fight for truth. The UK COVID-19 inquiry has ordered Freeman and Yousaf and Gene Freeman to have been to come to explain the expressed widespread use of do not resuscitate orders in Scotland during the pandemic. Lawyers have issued a so-called Rule 9 requests to the two former SNP health secretaries ahead of hearings in the autumn, which are set to probe the impact of the virus on the NHS and social care systems. So it gives them a few months to try and prepare themselves to find out what's the best answers they can give to destroy evidence, that kind of thing. The orders, which were sent north by Lady Hallett's inquiry team last month, typically seek documentation and a witness statement. Both the First Minister and Ms Freeman are now expected to be questioned under oath. Concern has been mounting for several years about the use of DNR orders, also known as Do Not Attempt CPR, DNA CPRs. During the separate Scotland-only inquiry, Lord Brailsford heard allegations of forged signatures on certificates and orders imposed on people. Indeed, and we know this, people were turning up at hospital to see relatives and were told the relatives had DNRs. Nobody signed off. Not the relative, not the family, no one. Doctors were doing it. Nurses were doing it. Sometimes people who weren't even medically qualified were signing off on these things. It's murder. Gillian Grant told the Scottish COVID-19 inquiry she found her name in the signature strip of a do not resuscitate form for her grandmother, even though she had never seen or signed it. She said, "I have never given permission for the DNR, and I am very shocked and upset that this has my name on it." Evidence has also been heard from care home managers who said they were told to ensure DNRs were in place for all their residents. No medical history taken, just get them all on. Every single person, DNR. Let's kill the old. These orders can only have come from senior people in the government. One managing director said he believed NHS Scotland quietly took the decision that restrictions would be placed on people in care homes receiving hospital treatment. This is murder. This is undoubtedly murder. Tressa Burke of the Glasgow Disability Alliance told the inquiry that GP surgeries had called her members out of the blue and urged them to sign the orders. Please allow us to euthanise your family members. Please allow us to kill en masse thousands and thousands of Scots people, because it's much easier to kill them than treat them. The demand for evidence from Mr. Yousaf, Ms. Freeman, comes as the UK inquiry moves into its third phase, which will investigate the pandemic's impact on all nations of the UK. Rule 9 requests have also been sent out to other pandemic ministers, including Matt Hancock and Sajid Javid. One focus is the decision-making around the nature of healthcare to be provided for patients with COVID-19, its escalation and the provision of cardiopulmonary resuscitation, including the use of do not attempt cardiopulmonary resuscitation instructions. Now, it isn't healthcare when what they're saying is the easiest thing is we've got to let them die. We've got to make sure that these old people die. We must not treat them. We must kill them, allow them to die. And we'll sign and forge pieces of paper and put them on there. We'll sign it, we'll forge it. And when they go, we can just, let them die. Or as we like to call it, murder. This is murder. There is no other way for it. Every single person involved, and I mean everyone, from the lowliest nurse to the First Minister of Scotland, all of them involved in this. Every single one. Arrested, prosecuted and imprisoned for murder. And if you have to build 5 more jails and stick them in there for 20 years, do it. And don't do it 20 years in total. Give them a life sentence for every single person. And if they have 4,000 people, then they get 4,000 life sentences and they never come out. And even when they're dead, you bury their corpse in the ground of the prison. The hearings in London will investigate communication with patients and their loved ones about patients' conditions and treatment, including discussions about DNA CPRs. The Scottish Government said it would be inappropriate to comment. Of course it is, because they daren't. It's entirely appropriate to comment, you murdering bastards. Not commenting. Oh, it's an ongoing inquiry. Bullshit and bollocks. These two, her on the left especially, God almighty, that one needs to be up there. That one needs to be charged with murder. Let the people decide. If she's made that decision and blanketed DNRs everywhere, then there is no option. And he's the same. Put the pair of them in. Charge them both. Charge every single one of these murdering bastards with murder. When you're forging and just saying blanket, just let all the old people, kill all the old people, kill them all. This is what the SNP have become. This is what they are. And people will still vote for them. And here's the really weird thing. You're going to have SNP voters whose parents, grandparents have been murdered by the SNP and they'll still vote for them. Yeah, I know. They killed me mum, but it's what she would have wanted. Murdered by Jean Freeman, perhaps, allegedly. Coming up. What's really sad is that I'm right about this lot. There will be SNP people there whose grandparents, parents, whatever, will have been given illegally DNRs and effectively murdered by the state. And they're still going to vote for the SNP. Boom! You can't get over this, can you? They will. They will still vote for the SNP, even though it was the likes of Freeman, of Humza Yousaf, of Nippy, that is responsible, perhaps, possibly, allegedly, for this crime against humanity. Yes, I know. I don't care. I'm still going to vote the SNP, even though they murder my own family members. Unbelievable. It's turkeys voting for Christmas, isn't it? Quite literally in this case. Thank you very much for watching. Please, God, please hit the like button on this video, share this video, and definitely if you're yet to subscribe to this video. These cases ain't going away. And like I say, we will try and get Leslie on. She's the one who started all this, and we can get her comment on this. I'll speak to her over the weekend. Till next time, stay safe, stay well. Let me know exactly what you think of these people, and I will speak to you later. Bye.